This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Is CVK the lone voice of dissent in the TNCC, even as he says Congress should go it alone? In 2011, other leaders of the party say the DMK Congress combined is strong.
I personally feel that Congress should contest on its own.
As the indefinite task mark strike now comes to a one-day namesake, Amma says it's a vendetta politics and that the demands are justified. A demand by the visually challenged for meeting Karunanidhi is met with police action. Vaiko condemns the attacks and urges the government to meet those demands. State's health schemes are under fire now. Doctors demand more money to be poured into medical facilities at government hospitals. You're watching News Tonight on NDTV Hindu. I'm Ramanathan. Those are the top stories we're tracking tonight. Let's now also take a look at the other stories making national headlines. The CWG storm continues in the parliament while the opposition attacking the government even as the enforcement directorate questions Kalmari's aides. As the oil slick spreads, Maharashtra's chief minister tells NDTV that it's concerned and doing his best to contain the spill.
Life around that area is bound to be affected by this oil slick. So, trying to contain it as far as possible.
The cabinet clears the whistleblowers bill which provides protection to those who expose corruption. The bill is likely to be tabled tomorrow. As Mamata Banerjee prepares to take on the left by holding a rally in Lalgarh, the CPM chief says it exposes the tie-up between Trinamool and Maoists. Somdev slips back below the 100 marks marked in the tennis rankings, slumps down to 111th position. Well, a top story on News Tonight. Now, after EVK's Elangovan's outburst yesterday saying he wants the Congress to contest alone in the next assembly election, several Congress leaders met the Chief Minister this morning. They seem to be reiterating the party line that there is no rift between the Congress and the DMK. Even as EVK's Elangovan has openly said that he wants Congress to go it alone and had criticized the DMK, other state leaders of the Congress say that the DMK Congress combined is going in the right direction.
என்னை பொறுத்தவரை கூட்டணி பலமாக இருக்கிறது. கூட்டணியை பற்றி நான் வேறு இடங்களில் பேசியிருக்கிறேன். அதற்கு இங்கு பேசுவதற்கு தருணம் அல்ல.
அகில இந்தியாவும் உலகமே புகழ்கின்ற அளவுக்கு முதலமைச்சர் பதவியை தூக்கி எறிந்தவர் எங்கள் தலைவர், நம் தலைவர் காமராஜ். அப்படிப்பட்டவருடைய தொண்டன் நான். ஒருவருக்கு அமைச்சர் பதவி இல்லை என்பதற்காக கூட்டணியிலே பிசுறு ஏற்படுவதை நான் என்று ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள மாட்டேன்.
I personally feel that Congress should contest on its own and win all the 234 seats.
Now, there you saw EVK's Elangovan. In fact, in this very show in News Tonight, he told us yesterday that he wants the Congress to go alone and fight the elections alone in 2011. Now, there you can see very clearly the contradictions within the Congress party, and so much so ahead of those crucial elections next year. Now, for more on that, we're now joined by Shabir Ahmed, a reporter who has been, political reporter who has been following this story very, very closely and getting those reactions quickly. Shabir, is EVK's Elangovan the lone voice of dissent, or are there other party leaders being politically correct and diplomatic?
Well, right now the DMK wants other party leaders to be politically correct and diplomatic. That is what today's meeting was all about. In fact, on a day, two Congress leaders met Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi, and Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi has also given appointment to all those leaders on a crucial day when just a day after EVK's Elangovan made such remarks. And in fact, the party, DMK party's mouthpiece Murasali also carried an article saying that the leader who spoke, the DMK speaker who spoke in that criticized Elangovan in that meeting was particularly, he criticized Elangovan, and that is why Elangovan had to say such things about DMK. It was not any criticism against Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi or anyone belonging to that family, but in fact Elangovan got angry and irritated because that particular speaker from DMK criticized him in a public meeting that was held at Tirchandur. So that is what the DMK is now trying to they shape things, and in fact leaders from within the Congress party are also divided at this point in time. In fact, Karthik Chidambaram, who has been very vocal about alliance and the DMK politics in the state, has also toned down a bit today. In fact, he said that the DMK Congress combine is intact, and whatever he had to say, he has conveyed his message in a different forum, but right now he is not in a mood to comment on anything on alliance right in front of Chief Minister's residence. So that is what the image the Chief Minister is now trying to give, and that is quite clear that Ilangovan seems to be the lone person in this entire Congress party.
There might be the lone person voicing his dissent there, but then are other leaders also trying to arm twist the DMK into getting more seats for themselves in the next elections, even as they say that the DMK Congress combine is going in the right direction?
Well, that is what the expectation is. That is what the Congress wants at this point in time, Ram. In fact, in 2006 Assembly elections, Congress was a decisive. Congress was a force that brought the DMK back to the power, and in fact, it is quite clear that 35 MLAs are supporting Congress from outside. And in 2009 Assembly general elections, Congress managed to get more seats from the DMK. In fact, that is quite clear that this time Congress will be pitching for more seats, and leaders like Karthik Chidambaram have been demanding for nearly 80 seats from the DMK. And also EVK Ilangovan wants more than 100 seats for the Congress, or he prefers that the Congress should go it alone. But definitely the decision lies with the Congress High Command at the center, but negotiations are going on. Different views are emerging within the Congress party. Some of the leaders want,
speaking about those different views, what is the reaction of other leaders like Karthik Chidambaram and Kumari Anandan, who came out today saying that the DMK Congress combine is going in the right direction? What is their reaction to the fact that EVK Ilangovan has been openly defying the party orders and speaking against the DMK Congress alliance?
Well, Ram, they are not surprised. In fact, they know EVK Ilangovan very well, because EVK Ilangovan is a leader who is very outspoken, very vocal about certain things which he wants to say. And definitely he has been doing this for the past 4 years, but definitely they are not surprised. But at the same time, when asked about EVK Ilangovan, they are little cautious about answering his question. So there are differences of opinion within the Congress party, but definitely, as Thangabalu said, these issues has to be taken up in a meeting, in an indoor meeting of Congress party. But definitely it cannot be debated in the media. And just a short while ago, we tried to get reactions from TNCC President Thangabalu. Thangabalu categorically denied that. He said at this point in time, I am not going to react anything. But at the same point, he is quite clear that he is quite cautious and clear that he will not antagonize the DMK further. So this is a battle which is going on between the DMK and Ilangovan, and the Congress party will be a mute spectator. That is the image which that is the sense which we are getting now.
Right, Shabir. Thanks a lot for joining us with the latest on that story, and of course all the analysis surrounding that developing story. Moving on to other top story today, the indefinite strike of over 30,000 employees of the state-run government TASMAC liquor shops has been reduced to a one-day token strike on August 11th. Following pressure by the state government, the joint struggle by a committee of several trade unions, including those of the AIADMK and left parties, has said that the strike would only be a one-day token protest. Employee unions of TASMAC have been demanding permanent jobs for the workers with 7 years experience. Currently, nearly 7,000 TASMAC liquor shops in the state bring more than 12,000 crore rupees annually. After the trade unions had announced indefinite protest from August 11, the Chief Minister Karunanidhi had sent a veiled threat saying that the state would consider implementing total prohibition in Tamil Nadu. In fact, preparations were also made to other government workers to run the TASMAC liquor shops if the trade unions persisted with their step.
அரசு தன்னுடைய அரசு இயந்திரத்தை பயன்படுத்தி தொழிலாளர்களை மிரட்டுகிற அச்சுறுத்துகிற நடவடிக்கைகள் இன்றைக்கு அரசு இறங்கி இருக்கிறது. அதற்கெல்லாம் இந்த தொழிலாளர்கள் அடிபணிய மாட்டார்கள். உறுதியாக நின்று ஒரு நாள் வேலை நிறுத்தத்தில் கலந்து கொள்வார்கள் என்கிற நம்பிக்கை எங்களுக்கு உண்டு. வேலை நிறுத்தம் நிச்சயமாக நடைபெறும்.
So what exactly are the demands of the Taskmark employees? Now let's bring you across that list. Their list includes job security in the form of permanency, salary on par with the other government staff, a schedule of 8-hour work a day, weekly offs, yearly holidays, and 12% interest on provident fund and many other incentives. Now let's also take a look at the Taskmark balance sheet. Some quick facts about Taskmark. Over 30,000 employees are a part of this Taskmark umbrella across the state. Over 6,500 outlets are there across the state, and the revenue is over 12,000 crore rupees. That's 25% of the state revenue. Now, Peer Mohammed joins us and tells us why it is that in spite of being such a huge arm of the government and contributing so much to the revenue of the government, the state is not showing the willingness to meet their demands.
The number of employees is like more than 30,000, and if they are going to pay them even a small hike on par with the other government staff, it is going to be a burden on the exchequer. That is the thinking in the state finance department. The state government sources say that the government is in no mood to listen to their demands at this point of time. They want to make more money out of Taskmark, but not to pay back the employees at this point of time, because last year only, after persistent demands from the trade unions associated with the Taskmark employees, the government has paid them a small increment.
The strike is also turning into a major political storm. AIDMK General Secretary Jayalalitha has come out in support of the Taskmark workers, saying the DMK government was taking revenge against the staff of the government-run Taskmark liquor shops as they were appointed in 2003 during her regime. She urged the DMK regime to have a dialogue with the unions of Taskmark workers and meet their demands instead of threatening them. She added that the suffering of Taskmark workers who toiled to bring 25% of the total revenue of the state was indescribable and their demands were justified. In fact, the ex-CPM man now with the DMK, Tirupur Govinda Swamy, has said that it has become a political game nonetheless.
டாஸ்மாக் தொழிலாளர்கள் தங்களுடைய நியாயமான கோரிக்கைகளுக்காக அரசுக்கு கோரிக்கை வைத்து போராடுவதில் தவறில்லை. ஆனால் இப்ப டாஸ்மாக் ஊழியர்கள் அரசியல் பகடைக்காயாக பயன்படுத்துவதற்கான ஒரு முயற்சி நடத்தப்படுகிறது. ஆகவே அது உண்மையிலேயே டாஸ்மாக் ஊழியர்களுக்கான பிரச்சனைகளை வென்றெடுக்க வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக மட்டுமாக அது தெரியவில்லை. ஆகவேதான் நீண்ட நாள் நடத்துகிற போராட்டம் காலவரையற்ற வேலை நிறுத்தம் இன்றைக்கு ஒரு நாளாக சுருக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. ஆகவே அதுக்கு ஒரு அரசியல் பின்னணியோடு அது நடத்தப்படுகிறது. ஒரு தொழிற்சங்கம் என்கிற எல்லைக்குள் வரம்புக்குள் நின்று தன்னுடைய உரிமைகளுக்காக அரசை கேட்டு போராடுவதில் எந்த தவறும் இல்லை. ஆனால் இது ஒரு அரசியலாக வைத்து இந்த அரசுக்கு எதிராக ஒரு அரசியல் அணியை உருவாக்கி அதன் மூலம் இதற்கு எதிராக பயன்படுத்துவதற்கான ஒரு முயற்சி நடக்கிறது. அது சரியான அணுகுமுறையாக நான் கருதவில்லை.
Alright, and news just coming in. Chief Minister Karunanidhi has ordered the opening of the Madurantagam sugar factory, which was closed in 2002 during the AIDMK regime. Now, he also said that the State Cooperative Department will take care of the sugar factory from the upcoming sugarcane season. Now that Madurantagam sugar factory was closed in 2002 during the Jayalalitha regime, the AIDMK regime, and now just ahead of the polls in 2011, Chief Minister Karunanidhi has said that this sugar factory will be opened up again, and the cooperative department, the State Cooperative Department, will take care of that sugar factory from the upcoming sugarcane season. Now, for more on that, we're now joined by our senior correspondent, Peer Mohammed, for more details on that story. Peer, what is that you can tell us at this point of time? It clearly comes at a time when Chief Minister Karunanidhi is trying to garner as many votes as possible.
Yes, Ram, this is part of the DMK strategy to focus on different regions. Particularly in the PMK-dominated area, the northern districts. Madurantagam, this was a big cooperative sugar factory which was functioning till 2002. In 2002, Jayalalitha's regime, they shut it down when there was less of sugarcane production at that point of time, and they moved the production to the nearby cooperative sugar factories in Tirutani and Seyyar at that time, and they laid off quite a number of employees then, and later there was a court litigation also in this particular factory. A section of the people who ran this management, they went to the court, and it could not be opened even if Jayalalitha wanted it. But the case was recently only settled, and now that the government has decided to rehabilitate the unit, given the fact that sugarcane production also has gone up since then. Ram.
Right. Pir Mohammed, thanks a lot for joining us with the latest details on that story. Moving on, the city's doctors are the latest to join the critics of the government's medical insurance schemes named after Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi. The Tamil Nadu Health Development Association says that the huge public funds involved in the scheme should have actually been invested in improving public medical facilities to bring long-term benefits to the common man in the state. Our health reporter Nithala brings us this story.
இப்போ ஒரு 30-40 வருஷத்துக்கு முந்தியெல்லாம் முதலமைச்சர் கூட உடல் நலம் சரியில்லைனாக்கா கவர்மெண்ட் ஜெனரல் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் தான் அட்மிட் ஆவார். இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு சாதாரண தலைவர் கூட அங்க போறதுக்கு ஒரு நிலை இல்ல.
That says a lot about the condition of state-run hospitals in Tamil Nadu, which face a severe shortage of funds. Tamil Nadu Health Development Association says the money poured into the Kalaignar insurance scheme should have been invested in improving public healthcare facilities.
Instead spending 2,000 crores for 4 years, 2,000 to 2,500 crores for 4 years. The whole amount should be transferred to the government hospital and health system.
The association says investments in health insurance is a temporary solution, but spending on public medical facilities will bring long-term benefits for the common man.
தன்னுடைய கிரீடத்தை தனியாருக்கு தானமா வழங்குது, abdicating its responsibility. இதெல்லாம் தான் நாங்கள் ஆய்வு பண்ண போறோம். ஆய்வு பண்ணி ஃபெயிலியரை கொடுக்கணும். அப்புறம் இது வறுமை கோட்டுக்கு கீழே இருக்கிற மக்கள் இதனால பயனடைய முடியவில்லை.
An expert committee is planning to undertake a case study at the main state-run general hospital. The study will monitor medical and maintenance expenditure of the hospital and produce a report on the funds needed. In Chennai, Nithala, NDTV Hindu.
Well, time to head into a short break, but on the other side, the opposition calls the Commonwealth Games a big fat Indian wedding without a groom. The cabinet clears a bill to protect those who dare to expose corruption in government agencies.